Yay, another week. My 1 day a week I gotta do something. That doesn't count on my schedule yet. It's my 1 day a week. Oh yeah, I have jog ? Today and tomorrow, so I'm gonna talk and then I'm gonna decide if I'm walking to the Dollar Tree, which I'm most likely going to do. To get my soda. I got everything ready. I suppose it's not gonna hurt to do one of these, just in case. It's already like way warming up from this morning. Just the time of going there was cold when I left, and then when I came out, the sun is just so. I probably won't. I can probably either omit my sweater or omit the jacket. I'll probably omit the sweater and wear the jacket. It has pockets. Yeah. I put the tissue in right now. Yep. Oh, that's the other thing too. Take it right out of my pocket right now before I forget. It's in there. So that's stuff. When I know I'm using this bag, I put this aside, like a outside pocket. I put the tissue in. Otherwise, it's got to go in the pocket of the. Yeah, I had one for the food pantry just in case, and I just was like, I'm taking it out of my pocket right now before I wash these things that I got out of the donation. This and the sweater. Actually, the jacket came from outside the Goodwill in Quincy. That's donations. The bag I used came from a donation. These sneakers were left on the ground over there, and I washed them with vinegar. So the issue with donations is usually socks, underwear, and bras, and then clearly the footwear is difficult sometimes. Just be careful with used footwear too. Like I took a chance with these because they were wet, like someone just abandoned them. Yeah, and I poured vinegar on them and washed them in hot water. And I was like making sure I was smelling them and stuff. So I ended up with the one nail that has fungus. I never had that in my life until I was forced, the first time I was forced to be homeless outside, walking around in the same socks and sneakers. That's how that happened. And then that's when I found out how mean people are at the shelter. Like it was just, I'm sure there's a bunch of us. It's sort of like, I guess, a little bit devastating at the time. How brutally cruel members of the other species are. So I've never seen that person in the shelter again. It was like probably someone from Brockton that shouldn't even have been in Quincy. Right. Just that's why those people reside in Brockton and they don't go to the Quincy shelter. But, anyways, like I noted last night, I've never seen dudes like that in a shelter in Quincy. So I don't know what that is, if they're trying to force those dudes to be prostitutes or they're the other species and they just keep pouring out money to them and it's like pretend work and everybody's on a party in New York City, not realizing, I guess, that they're being euthanized. He's saying something about they're building apartments over here because I was joking about it. They're building apartments. These people are all going to die from lung cancer. I don't know if they would even survive the amount of time it would take to complete building something like that. That's just a stark reality. Okay, so they're all going to do it. Some of them will do it when they think that it gets a rise out of you. Right. So it could be something where people are trying to cling on to something that makes them feel safe. You ignore that and you go, oh, okay, yeah, apartments, everything's fine. That's why I felt some of this stuff was going on. Whether the people doing it know that or not, they may. It's like a big farce. That's what you do to make a public feel safe. I mean, because of the Almighty, they shouldn't worry. But people that can't really get to that, that's what you do. You just act like everything is normal, and they prefer that. They really do. Some folks don't want to hear the truth, but the truth has to be told for the sake of the whole planet. Okay, people have a right to know that they're on a limited clock. Okay, and clearly there's always the hope that they will decide to stop doing this to me and others. Right, just are you grabbing any bit of happiness yet where you can stop doing this to a person? It's the 14th year of it. Just a reminder, I was 39 years old when this began. So clearly, like that 25-year-old, so 15, 10, he was 10 years old in 2008. Okay, so that's a chunk of a person's life as people go from age 70 to 85. It's that disgusting. Or 80 to 95. So clearly, God doesn't let those people cycle back in. So just the whole mind think that that's something that goes on, and no one's life matters because you're gonna not feel bad about being old. Anyways, clearly, Almighty God would only let you do this to me because you just die and you can't come back here again. It's the Passover. It's a new age. Whereas I just rebirth. It doesn't make it any less sort of frustrating because I don't live my life like that, believe it or not. Yeah, I don't live my life like that where it's just nothing matters anyways. But I do sort of live in the now. I mean, this is reality. This isn't a character or something, or I'm in a film, or it's a nightmare dream. It's like this is reality. So, um, it in order to not be continuously screaming, it's like sort of an ignoring of it. Not that this isn't like real life, and you've stolen so far 13 years of my life. So, right, to believe that you're doing that consciously into the 14th year with no even pretending that you have any plans to stop doing this until each one of you dies. You clearly aren't cycling back here. Like, that makes no sense. Like, there's just some sort of disconnect going on. So, right, obviously, it reinforces what I think is going on, which, yes, does give me comfort. So, that clearly God told you folks that. That's why you don't care about anything. But it's like, it's good for everybody to see everybody for the way they are. And it would be nice if we didn't have something like this going on, where there's a constant need to like zip a mouth and persona and stuff. That would be great. Um, it is like the whole entire thing. I get that from her daughter too. It's just to make adults like their children. I know it's because of threats of being on the street homeless and people screaming at you and stuff. You just go, obviously. But anyways, that was a good week. There was like no wait. I was a little bit concerned because I don't usually get an appointment that early. So that was good. Oh yeah, I could probably plug the headphones in. That would be amazing if that Dollar Tree wasn't open yet. It's been quite a while since I've been over there. Eventually, because it's a different walk, but I mean, I don't really have a reason to just walk to Forest Hills and back. That would be like a 9 or a 10 mile walk. It's a different, yeah. Before, when I could take a train, maybe, because see how that's not using fuel on a bus? But whatever. Did someone, like at one point in time, make up in their heads that certain people are supposed to walk and certain people aren't? That's profound insanity. So, right, like why would 25-year-olds supposed to be taking subways and trains and buses, but a 53-year-old woman with a medical condition isn't? I don't want to keep talking about it, right? But the PKD and the polycystic liver disease people, I'm sure they get it, and the doctors that have been talking about the diet, okay, trying to trap me in a shelter where I clearly can't follow that diet when I'm in a courtroom where it appears that my abdomen is swollen because I'm already in the shelter by that time since mid March. So from mid March to the end of April, that's the condition of my liver and kidneys. It's a combination of not being able to follow the diet and not being able to rest in the afternoon. It's a combination of that. Not being able to stand up in the morning, being forced to sit in a library all day, being forced to sit in a chair all night long and not even lay down on a mat. Okay, so a person attempted to trap me in that situation when I was already having an issue with my abdomen. And then apparently these people don't comprehend maybe why other people stop talking to them when you can see how deranged they are. That's murderously insane. Yeah, I mean, that's spooky, scary, and murderously insane. And sometimes you just go and you just stop talking to people because you don't know what to say. You're just like, why are we doing that? No, we're not doing that. Yeah, I mean, thank God there's people that will go, no, we're not going to do that. Right. When it gets to the point of like, huh? You actually just go, what? Okay. Why are we having them sit in a chair all night long? It's a warming center. Okay. Do you have anybody in this place? Hint, hint, Paul with the hat, okay? That actually has housing, and you're actually giving them a bed, not just letting them in the place, but they have a bed. What about Amy? She showed up there talking about after being in a hotel for like 2 or 3 years that she was offered a room and didn't take it. Why is she in a bed? Why was she guaranteed a bed in a shelter and people sit up in a chair all night long? Knees balls. That's probably why I think it was Grace. That's probably why she went, yeah, I'm going to take my nights out and see if they still don't give Mary a fucking bed to lay down in. Just, huh? I think it has something to do with the blood pressure. Yeah, it has something to do with the blood pressure. Having to like lay down like that in the afternoon so everything can function. And anyways, obviously, yeah. I know if people are able to make donations, they don't have any nuts at all at the food pantry. None. I still have one bag of the almonds, that's 2 pounds. How long did that last me? What, 3 days? If I eat it every day. And then I still have some pistachios that I can wash and boil. Right. So I'm sure I'll be fine this week. But it's all part of the diet I'm supposed to be following to live, to survive, to live. Right. So, anyways, I don't need your I don't need your medical care. I don't need your health insurance. And you're getting palliative care only. I think everybody understands that. When you're purposely trying to trap a person with a medical condition in a shelter that can't accommodate her diet, won't allow her to bring food in, and there's no way that she can rest in the afternoon, you don't need medical care. So, amaze balls. So, I guess that's apparently what you do as soon as I get an income is you issue illegals. I'm sure that's not legal. A stay away order to public transportation to trap me in Quincy Center in a shelter filled with sex offenders. You just go amaze balls. So, anyways, went over the thing about the person um, that will not stop leaving perversion while blocking anybody else from talking to me. Like literally blocking anybody else from talking to me. A telephone, the internet, and just keeps leaving perversion every time. And I mentioned it's anytime it has anything to do with my physique, right? It's just that's like the last resort of a being that's clearly out of control. Yeah, clearly out of control. Like there isn't anything else it can do at this point because it's already been over 13 years. We're in the 14th year of it. No children, no house, no income, no loading SNAP food card. Right. So there isn't anything else that can be done in terms of trying to kill me and act like they're not doing that or something, or just be such in a psychopathic, envious rage. They can't live. Right. So it's just, it gets so pressed as God's containing them that it just comes out as perversion. So, a little bit of spine cracking today, but nothing too major. 59 today. I looked and it looked like they already changed the weather from yesterday. So it might be because it was supposed to go down to the 30s. So, right, they just got to get all that material released so that it's not stored up somewhere. You can't really be leaving that type of stuff on planet Earth when you don't know, right, what type of criminals are still going to be here after you're gone. Yeah, you can't have stockpiles of something that dangerous. So it's got to be the dry casts are all being open, the missiles are all being exploded up there. There's radioactive debris everywhere. Okay, so apartments. I mean, I don't agree with all this building. Obviously, I mean, who are you talking to? So they might go, let's build a whole apartment complex right next door to this woman and have them still tell us there's no housing available. Oh, I mean, other people too. Just is this still because it was 100 people at that shelter? Like whatever the list was, apparently it was only 100 or 120 people on a list. At least a decade, the same people, and many of them have now died. So I don't really find that humorous at all. So, um, And it was explained many times that's not why they were being printed money. It's just that is something that people decided they want to do. That's their imagination and their fantasy. They can't write anything. You're not gonna. Are you gonna go to a film or a Broadway show where that's all it is? No, you're not gonna do that. That's why you people are not famous, Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's why you're not famous. Like, not just anybody can do that. I mean, that's all you've come up with in over 13 years is the same garbage over and over and over and over and over again. Oh yeah, I saw it. I don't know, they did it on purpose. Like it was a truck that looked like that muscle. I don't know what that. I was trying to figure out what muscles that is right there. That's causing that. I don't know if it's got something to do with GEAT or not. Do other people have that? That's what I'm wondering. I've looked at. I think it gets. I'm not a bodybuilder, so yeah. When you Bing search or Google lean abs, I'm not looking for these people that do all this push ups, not push ups, sit ups and stuff. This is from walking. Like you need to give me athletes midsection. Right, not people at the gym. That stuff looks cool, don't get me wrong, but this is from walking. It's from having no body fat and being completely lean. That's not from hours of doing crunches. You wouldn't get that. I think it's the transverse abs. That whole holster, is that what it's called? The whole holster. And then it must just have something to do with the hip bone and something. It's only on that side too. It's kind of interesting. Like it has something to do with GEAT. Well, that's my leading leg. That's my right side. That's my leading leg. So I don't. I usually carry on this side. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. I might carry it on that side, but if you carry on the left side, yeah, maybe I do carry on the right side. Maybe that's what it is. I'm either doing this when I'm walking, or I have to slightly go like this to compensate for the weight. I'd have to pay more attention. But I think I generally carry on one side. This is a good thing for people that are new because you might find it interesting, things that you didn't know because I didn't know. Someone knew, right? It doesn't have to be new. Someone knew, like a physical therapist, I'm sure knew. When you do those leg standings, like the Missy Elliott songs, you do one and you see if you can stand on one leg the whole song. It doesn't matter what you do. It's just you're on one leg the whole song. You can move around or I like to do it so you're not actually keeping your knees together because I think it makes it too easy. But I mean, if you have to do that, it's better than not doing it at all. Um, yeah, I think it makes it too easy if you put your knees together while you're doing it, like a geisha. Well, we don't know what they're doing under that thing. They might just have one knee up more. But it's not easy to do. And I was completely shocked when I first started doing it because I expected my right leg to be stronger, and it's not. This is the thing where I said, even knowing that, it really doesn't mess with me. Like, when people start thinking about eye blinks, like involuntary things, yeah. No, it doesn't mess me up when I'm walking to know this, but yeah, my left leg is my stationary supporting leg. It's actually stronger. And then I noticed my left arm, I think, is stronger too. And some of it is when I'm doing bicep curls, it has like less nerve endings or something to my brain is part of feeling stronger. You can make it stronger because you're not feeling it as much. This is what I write with, so it probably has something to do with being able to do that. That's why I said if someone's an artist, they play the piano or something, raccoons, they're always doing that stuff with their hands. Yeah, don't expect them to look like a bodybuilder. That's gonna hurt. Don't expect females to do that. Maybe the lower body. So, anyways, when you're walking, you don't actually go do, 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 unless you do it on purpose. If you're in the military and you're doing it on purpose, it's like a training. That is like a leg that just goes like this. It doesn't actually move forward. It's like a peg. And then this leg propels your body forward. And that leg is only supporting your body weight for a second of time, especially when you walk fast. It's only supporting your body weight just long enough to move your peg. Like a cane. It's like my left leg is a cane. Do the leg standing and find out. Well, it's probably why they do that. And I was wondering if the jogging actually like changes that. At least, yeah. If it does something, the jogging, if it's forcing, because that's the ankle that started bothering me. Yeah. Well, it's okay right now. So as long as I don't start having problems again. Yeah, my ankle and then I don't even think it was a muscle. It's something inside my calf and then my right thigh too, my right quad. So as long as it doesn't keep bothering me, it's probably from the jog walks because of that. That's leg does not support my body weight. Right, it just goes till it just for a split second till my peg leg moves forward. So they do the things like do to do, and then you shift do to do. That has to do with like hand-eye coordination. Has to do with that. Where it's this your left arm with your right leg, right, and then you do your left leg with your right arm. I think it's probably has something to do with you're not really exactly cognizant of how much you're walking. I think that's part of it. But it probably has something to do with training the brain to use both sides equally or something. Right. Just weird military things. I don't know about mental strength. Maybe you'd have to ask people that joined the military in a proper military, not a military that tells me that it's not an army of one anymore. I want nothing to do with that military. And it probably has to do with the multitude of problems that you're seeing in your country. You've had an infiltration of into your actual core that is your country. Without a proper military, you're screwed. Okay? Because when this gets into your military, they don't believe in a constitution. You don't believe in an army of one? Okay, you've got to go. That is spooky insane. Does it take a squadron to lead a brigade? Ooh, that is bad news. They are not homosexuals. Okay, those are neutered males. I'm sure throughout history you've had many a homosexual man in your military, but you don't know it. Because why would that ever be your business? Anyways, Yeah, just think about who is talking. Okay. So, well, it just depends what you believe your military is. Like, what was it? Army Roma. I don't think it's. I don't think it's tier something. Army Roma. Tierra. That would almost no. Is that what I said? Army Roma Tierra. No. Latier. That I don't know. It's some obviously. Well, you can't scroll down, it won't let you because clearly no one is getting to February of 2013. That's been a decade that they did that. So, like I said, that could be the pivotal moment that they went into an army. Not, and then God made them think that they're blocking something from me when they're in a mental block. Remember that? I noticed they completely revamped the Facebook platform. Okay, and you were supposed to be able to click on a month and a year and look at a Facebook. So if you're wondering why you can't do that, that's why. Why did you go to Rome? Why did your Pope quit? Why are you blocking that Facebook post? Holy shit. Are you insane animals? It's a prophecy. Oh, yeah, just what the heck? Not that I couldn't, but that I'm not. I mean, clearly I could. Clearly I could. Okay. Some people wouldn't like it, and other people would love the shit out of it. Clearly I could. Just, it's called a prophet. Like, you literally believe that these people are taking orders from me and I'm running a planet. I'm running the world through a laptop. That's what you believe because you're so far gone. Bare floors or carpet? Well, I don't think we're going to have to endure that much longer because eventually God goes, no more being able to write words. It'll just be like a bunch of chopped up words and phrases that it still thinks says something, but it doesn't. We don't know what it's actually saying. It'll just be like letters and numbers, and it believes it's typing a language or speaking a language because it's been at least a year that it's gone to complete perversion. What time is it? 10:30. I guess I'll probably leave at 11. It's so early. It's gonna be an early day. Nice bright sunny sky. Oh, I still have my sunglasses right. It depends. If I'm starting to get sun, I'm not going to be able to keep wearing those because I'll look freakish. That was happening to me one year in Quincy, and they all will make fun of you too. They cannot stop making fun of you, and you just wanted like. And then after that Delia Duffy person, after that it was my nose is running, my nose is running. People going, there's something in your nose. Will you get away from me? Just this whole thing about Roman nose. You are not anything to do with my species, and it means who snows. Who snows? Nothing about my nose. Who snows? Oh, yeah, believe me, you folks got nothing to do with me. And just the way that you're treating everyone is like, yeah, him is for sure. Clearly, they're all raised like that. They're all raised like that. So it's like horrifying. It's an absolutely horrifying thing that I just don't think about. Just, I know, just like completely innocent people that are like goofy and highly intelligent. And then you're just like, what? Is it beer or a carpet? Okay. What is that? Needs a tongue. Okay. Let's see. My 12-year-old has polycystic kidney disease, and I'm just wondering why you are talking to the Virgin Mother like that. It's just bizarre. Clearly, none of those photographs or videos are pornography or meant to be enticing or sensual or what's the other word? Provocative in any way, shape, or form. I know you just gross perversion because of envious rage. Where you just go, whoa. So, way to go to prove that you would actually inject people with pork to give them that condition. And then you become enraged when Almighty God gives them a diet and exercise program. So that doesn't happen to them. Even till kidney failure, because we've had people go fit to autopsy. And I'm sure you just didn't know. 40 years of just looking like a nasty, sagging, perpetually skin falling to the ground. Cows, not my problem. Cottage cheese. I've seen the photos. It's really bad. I can see why you're miserable because your species is completely fixated on what everybody looks like. Your entire life course, all you things are you're going to get a guy and you're going to produce children. I get that. Clearly, what are you going to say? There's nothing you can even come up with other than just disgusting perversion. Anything, even just getting me angry, because clearly I'm like a goofy, childlike, optimistic adult woman. So it is that, just anything, anything. And then they hum around because, oh yeah, and swing the ass around. Step out of the room. That is, it is that. Even I got people telling me how gross the guy is, and then you have things like that. What is this? Step out of the room. Anything to do with that speed crap. No, you shouldn't want anything to do with that speed crap, believe me. Just it's as bad as I thought. I think that these men have mental health problems. Yes. Which is not a crime, but it's like, how the hell are you on drugs like that? That is people doing that shit to you on purpose. Those are not psychiatric medications. It is. It's like they're taking people that have mania and major anxiety disorder and just making them completely deranged and they think it's funny. Oh, yeah, they clearly think that shit is funny. Tweaking and look at this one. And they're doing the films at Walmart and stuff. You go, please, dear God, kill these fucking people. There's nothing funny about that. Nothing. Just complete derangement of the minds. So, anyways, I gotta take out this. Okay, good. I have a thing of walnuts too. It's better than no nuts at all. I can cook those too. They probably taste better if I cook them. Some of them. Oh, this is all part of the fun of it, and now we gotta do the like we're all in the Great Depression. No, I like abundance. I don't want to be in the Great Depression. Mary, all apologies. Because I put on the thing. It's too late to apologize. Here comes Alex, right up to the thing like it's a stage. Mary, all apologies. She won't tell me. Maybe Jane Fonda knows. She reveals things. I'm pretty sure she's responsible for those rock cuts and tapes from his beach house. No, I don't know anything about that stuff. No. That's a platonic friend on the bench, believe me. He's not. I don't want to hear it. He's spoken for. Okay. We didn't do anything. Just scouting talent. Okay, please. What was I going to say about him being funny? If people knew he was funny. And not just a bad actor, yeah. If people knew he was funny. Oh, no. That's what I wanted to know. If he sent her a satay. That's what I want to know. Because if not, that's my personality. But it seems like, I don't even know if that, no, I shouldn't even say that's my personality. I feel like that's coming from him. Just because when she was on that thing, he was still living. When she gave the interview about being treated like a piece of furniture. I know. Could you imagine people getting involved in that? Crazy. Especially right, especially after that Nikki stuff. You go, what? Okay, okay, this is right. She seems cognitively reduced. That's not what I mean about. I was every single time, Ashley. Every single time, Elizabeth. Just go, Alex, man. You are stuck in a previous huge. All due respect to Casey too. It's just, what is this? That's the fifth one? You are, yeah, you are stuck in previous. Is that why you went with Allie? Because I said to go out with someone that was thinner? Okay. Well, she still has a gut. And like, he definitely, like, matronly type people. Anyways, hey, to each their own. She didn't take her shirt off at the beach. Right. We all went to the beach. Karen is there in a complete bikini. Not she's weird. It's a friggin' beach. Like, that was on the sand in the sun beach. Laying out on the beach, and other people came around and they're sitting on rocks and stuff. They're the ones that are weird, like they're gawkers. Right. And so, didn't I take my shirt off? Because I had like a bathing suit top on or something. I'm pretty sure I took my top off, yeah, because I had a bathing suit thing on. And you're just like, why are you're at the beach and you knew you were coming here? Something's wrong now. I know you're like, you moved this guy into your house and you can't take your top off at the beach? Alex. Excuse me. And then Lupus Mary's talking about that this person's 41. I doubt she's 41. Right. That probably wasn't even true. She's probably younger than that. And you just go, she's 41. I know Karen was probably like, oh, come on, Karen. I've met you. Why did I think you were older than me? You're a cunt. Remember that? Warren, you're allowed. Explain to her why she thought I was older than her, please. See if she attacks you like she attacked Linda. That was not nice. Because I said something about the period. And she looked at me just like this. Everyone that knows Karen knows that look. Why did I think you were older than me? Seriously? You thought I was older than you? So if I could actually be myself, Karen, I would have went without skipping a beat because you're a cunt. Why would you just say that to me right now? What's going on? Oh, I see. Maybe put some weight on, Crackadoodle. That's not my fault. Your thighs look like that. And I didn't pick out these shorts. Maria did. Pretty conservative person. That's why you don't see me romping around in shorts like that any other time. They were like extreme Daisy Dukes. So, oh yeah, man, did I get a whole bunch of wrath that summer. Delia Duffy was, I thought she was going to actually kill that Mike guy that you ended up with. She just all of a sudden started flipping out, and it was the same thing. We were sitting on the grass. I stood up, and then she looked right here at my thighs and started attacking that Mike guy for no reason. It was beyond obvious. She just flew into a demented rage. Try doing some exercises, and that thing, give it up. Way too old and drunk. Like your body's already destroyed. She's like 65. I think she tried to tell Jen she was like 50. I remember Jen saying something. I'm like, Jen, that person is not 50 something. No, she's probably like 65 years old. Go back in your medication. She's like 65 years old, and you don't even remember her from the shelter. So something's seriously wrong. Oh, yeah, anybody just even starts punching her in the face, she'll probably die and they'll go to jail. Just literally following me around Quincy Center, going up to people all over the city that are strangers to me and telling them that I have all kinds of diseases and that I'm an AIDS victim. I just kept walking away from them. She was screaming across the library lawn that she was going to snap my neck. And see, she's afraid of me. That was the only reason she hung around with Jen. Right? You just go, it's some sort of an excuse to attack me and abuse me. So, okay, so that's all set for the next 3 days. It's I don't think that's going to matter anymore, Jen, wherever you are. Like just in the future, maybe, but I don't think this will ever happen. Maybe find out why these people are talking to you at all. I mean, I think they get it now that you're not an ex-girlfriend of mine. So maybe that behavior finally stopped. Like I explained, where's the big Derek? He went it. Him and Jeremy go, okay, yeah, so we're going to go down the Ave, right? Okay. Because I had different clothes on. Did I have shorts on too? And I had like stuff Brian never even saw me in. He probably wouldn't even care. So, anyways, do. And then all of a sudden, he's in the shelter. He goes, yeah, so I guess now they're going to give me housing. They probably said voucher. And then he goes, yeah, so I got a new girlfriend. This is her stuff. I got to go bring it to her. And then off he went. And Jeremy shows up and he's talking about some person, I'm not going to say their name, hanging around with. And I'm just like, what the hell? It's truly that sad. Judith, in the world, bring me down. Is that what it was? In the world, bring me down. No, in the world, bring me down. Something like, don't bring me down, world. I forgot my own dance. Don't bring me down, world. Wasn't that before I saw Charles Manson's dance? I am brand new. Don't bring me down, world. This is going to be good. Brewed tea and mint. This sounds good. No sodium. No sugar. Carbonated water, lemon juice, brewed green. Oh wait, green tea. I don't know if I can drink that. Does that have extra caffeine in it? The green tea? I yeah, because I think I've had it before. No, I'm gonna have to look it up. Crap, because that sounded good, but yeah, I don't like any of that energy stuff. Believe me, none of it. I'll tell this story again. That's not a story. I don't like that word. A story to me is made up. That's what a story is. Like an event, a real life event. When I was going to school for dental assisting, and I had water in a Crystal Light, and I only drank like I don't even. Do I have one of those bottles somewhere? For display purposes. So I maybe drank like to here. I'm not kidding you. I maybe drank to here, and all of a sudden I go, "Why am I having a panic attack?" And then it was probably God, obviously. Something made me go to the Crystal Light, and it said right on it, energy. And so it helped me to know what was causing it. Yeah. And then I was just, obviously, don't drink any more of that. And then it went away. Like it still has to wear off. It doesn't just, it's not a psychological thing, but it helps you psychologically to know what the hell's going on. And I went, oh, energy. Okay. None of it. I don't want anything to do with that speed crap. Exactly. I have a natural high. I don't need that stuff. Which is not mania, explains mania a multitude of times. I'm sure the doctors can keep explaining it. Like some people that is wicked depressed and they just annoyed. They don't like certain personalities. Okay? You just avoid me and people like me. Not you get to destroy us and teach us to stop doing that. And calm down. I mean, I'm not too. There's nothing wrong with teaching your child to use an inside voice and stuff like that, especially to talk in a voice tone, because that's a big thing that mentally retarded people have to be taught. But I'm not a child, and you're not my parents. Okay, so it's because of clinical depression and major clinical depression. Yeah, and it's just a personality you don't like. I don't like all personalities either, but I don't go around trying to destroy their lives and reteach them. Get them to stop working, smiling, tanning, um, dressing in adult woman's clothing, right? Just all of it, picking out our own clothes, even at a used. I would only want to buy used stuff except for like underwear and bras and socks, anyways. I will wear used bras and socks, but not underwear. I mean, that's gross. But yeah, I did it once because it was children's underwear. That's the only reason I did it. Like, I literally put children's underwear on. Otherwise, gross. I don't care how much it's been washed and bleached. So, bathing suits, I guess I'm guilty of that. Some people would say that's the same thing as underwear, but it doesn't usually have a cotton crotch, so it's not the same. Right. So, anyways, um, don't let us pick out our own clothing. I'm definitely grateful for the donations because we'd be naked. Um, Sometimes that's, well, thrift shops are the same thing where it's sort of your style. Um, don't let us pick out our own food. Obviously, we're grateful for the food pantry. They know what we're talking about. Um, just completely whatever that is, like um, they're degrading adults to children. What does that say about you psychologically? Like, is that a hatred of children? This business about applying for work at Walmart and sending text messages to my phone. Okay. And what happened at Stock Market about I should get up off the ground and you'll do me a favor by making me work at a grocery store in Quincy Center. Okay. So you folks don't work by choice. So you utter things that aren't even true. So that's the whole crust of the problem with you about me from the beginning, from 2011. Not it's a mistake. You are mad that you feel you have to work, and that's my problem somehow. Okay. Didn't have a maid. Did my own laundry, mopped my own floors, did our own pool, did our own landscaping. Didn't use after school care, didn't use a daycare, barely went to a salon, especially for a decade. I didn't even have haircuts. Don't get manicures, pedicures. So I don't go to restaurants. What is so okay? Like, really, it's clearly looks based envy. Nothing to do with work. So, denied a copy of my social security card and my birth certificate and a telephone. It's not about working. Yeah, just could you imagine disgusting females that vicious in charge of your food supply out in Quincy? Oh yeah. They can do me a favor by letting me have a work at their stop and shop from the ground. That was their response to me being on the ground for 2 months in 2022. Enjoy ionizing radiation. Don't call 911. That's not an emergency. There's a lot of people with bird flu, measles, something going around, norovirus. I would say the gas and diarrhea means it's working, meaning that that's your immune system. So people that don't have that going on, your body may have expended it, just like the cracking and stuff. I don't know. There's something going around. It's called ionizing radiation. So, something going around. I don't know. I probably wear a face mask and stuff and the gloves dealing with her stuff, right? Because you go, is it airborne or it's from the ionizing radiation? Because I'm even wearing gloves now to deal with whatever the hell that is and why that's even going on. I don't know, man. I had 6 children, so the only one I have had any type of an issue with was used to be Jessica Savage, and it was like for a short period of time when she was going from just doing basically one poop a day, uh, and she wasn't at solid poop yet, right? Yeah, I mean that's clearly from laying flat all day long. If a person has a diaper on, that's clearly from either not wearing a diaper at all or laying flat. Like diapers have to be changed, right? A person, an adult, should probably be burning through like 4 or 5 diapers a day, I would think, because clearly that person urinates a lot. So she'd be like laying in the. I remember specifically one time at the grocery store, and then she would. It would be loud too, so you'd go. And obviously, anybody with breastfed baby knows the poop smell, and so you just, yep, all out the back. It's Florida, luckily, so she just had to be cleaned up before she was put in a car seat. I didn't go, oh, just stick her in a car seat. We'll deal with it when we get back and stuff. You just go. Some people. That's why I said I'm not even. Not my business. if I go downstairs to do jog walks, I'm assuming there's going to be more laundry to be done. Just go, how the hell is a person generating all that laundry with the toilet, a wheelchair, and a toilet right next to the bed, who's able to stand up and go like this? Is able to stand up and take a step or two and sit down in the toilet. How is that even going on? Right, insane in the membrane, just no brain left. What is this? No, I don't. But yesterday, after I did the arm stuff, remember I was like, oh yeah, I guess I can. And then I could tell last night I was starting to get kind of antsy. So I think it'll be beneficial for me, excuse me, to walk over there. I don't like walking down that road, so I got to just do it. Nothing has ever happened over there. It's just I don't like walking down that road. It's different than walking a Stop and Shop. Yeah, no, it's just nothing's ever happened down there. It's just it's kind of industrial. It's not. It's just a road that's sort of like, yeah, walking on the other side of the street I think helps. There's like a storage facility and stuff. I don't know. There's usually nobody around either. I don't know why I even care, but it's the same distance according to the maps as going to Stop and Shop. This the soda is cheaper at Dollar Tree. Yeah, I think I only do this when I don't have a SNAP card or it's like getting real low. Yeah, because I think the soda is kind of the same. Yeah, it's just that I probably should do that even if at some point in time that card is renewed again and that makes sense to somebody. Um, just do it because that's closer than going to Dedham. It's the same distance as Stop and Shop. You might as well go that way and save what, 50 cents a bottle or something? It adds up. So I think it's pretty much the same. You get used to it. I haven't had Coke products in quite some time. You just, it is what it is. Like, it's sort of like every day of the week, some folks have to make up something that they can do or have that I can't. It's like some sort of bizarro coping mechanism. I don't understand it. I don't do that. Um, well, I don't believe, but I get your species. I don't believe your whole life should be based on what you look like, but clearly that's what I said. I mean, every day is a joy. I'm not blind. I'm not blind. I'm not 16 anymore with the weird comments and shit and giving me body dysmorphia, as upsetting as that is for folks. Some people probably find it obnoxious. I don't care. I know it's just it's part of my campaign to stop that business. I want to eliminate the word conceited out of the English language, at least in a negative connotation. I just remember growing up that clearly was a teaching that was done to people. It's probably not as brutal as it got in generation after me, but some of it isn't new. You just go, is there some reason that we're not supposed to be conceited? Like, what if we actually have attributes that are excellent? Should we not be conceited? There are people who believe that people that reach academic excellence shouldn't be acknowledged, like with an award. It's just amazeballs. What in the hell? I mean, why do we give out championship rings for sports? Doesn't that make other people feel bad? No, it shouldn't. I know that I'm not even trying to do sports. Anyways, just some dude was jogging. So it's good that he doesn't go, this is terrible. Stop a jogging. Uh, this isn't fair because I feel bad. Right? You go, he probably goes, or his parents do. Okay, so that's all you literally have to do. I don't like, is it easier to jog than walk? Okay. Yeah, because I'm not sure about the heart rate then. It's obviously better than nothing, but walk, yeah, if it's some people, it's probably easier to jog than walk. It's the walking, it's like the length of time you're doing something for the fat burning. If you're trying to burn fat, right? Because your body can only go so much on that first beginning thing, whatever that's called. If you have any carbs in you, like that first beginning thing. And then once that wears off, it has to tap into fat. And it's something about a long distance at like a steady thing. Maybe the brain, the whole body function goes, okay, well, this is probably going to be a while because it's not fast. It's not to flee like a predator or something. Right. So it's like, okay, well, this is probably going to be a while. So, I mean, what do we do now? Because she's still moving. And okay, well, I guess we're going to have to burn fat. It's not that hit stuff. I think you're really only supposed to do that for like 20 minutes. These people on the basketball court, I think they're bigger than us, and then they probably eat different things. But like even the whole nature of basketball, Michael Foreman, that was the one he said he liked, right? Notice how they run across, but then they all stop and do this. Someone was talking about this. That's part of the reason I want to go 15 minutes without stopping. Something happens to the body once you take a break. It goes into some other thing. Do you remember that? I don't remember what video it was, but some sports person was talking about it. I don't know if it's called refractory or something. Like once you allow the body to go into a rest phase, it does something else. It might be then it's going to tap into fat burning. Okay. Right. Because when I'm doing this, it's like cardio. I have to get rid of the stuff in my liver. Like I don't want it this at this point. I'm lean. I don't really need to burn body fat. And I definitely don't want my muscles being burnt. So it's like, yeah, if if that stuff like this requires more sort of like glucose or whatever, that's why I want to go a certain amount of time, and then maybe they're not doing it. That was that one day where I thought they were like interrupting something, and you just go, "What are you doing?" Yeah, just it. That stuff is health too. I just explained it. that when they got me at the train, they brought in like 2 other people and they were checking everybody's glucose level. Like, okay. I think that's what they thought they were doing. I swear to God, that's what they thought they were doing. And then who are these people? First, it was, why would she have to put a mask on? Like, yeah, I think that can happen where people are doing something and it gets out of control because of sick people. It's like, didn't we do this because people are storming into that house and she's threatening to walk around and take her coat off out in the freezing cold? How is she in a room with a face mask on naked? How did that even occur? I'm sure the conversations after that were, I can't be around you people anymore. You're fucking crazy bonkers. The fuck just happened here? I know you just go, that wasn't even a doctor or a nurse. That's what I'm telling you. You just go, it just got worse and worse and worse. Like they were all put in a fucking God sent illusion. Right. Because you go, well, the cops had face masks on, but the cops are probably like, how did she end up naked in that hospital room with the fucking face mask on? How did that even happen? Oh yeah, just fucking bonkers. It's called the dominance. Just you were fucking doomed damned at that point, I'm sure, in terms of people that are gonna fucking kill you with nuclear weapons. Not they're gonna type fucked up shit to you on the internet. Not they're gonna do a protest, they're just gonna fucking kill you after that. That's not me threatening to kill you. Just the second they find out what the fuck you did to me, of course they're gonna fucking kill you. Give me a break. I was taking a walk and you blocked a fucking train and then someone called the fucking cops supposedly. Okay. How the fuck would I end up then naked standing up in a hospital room and then a dude who has a fucking security jacket on puts a face mask on me? How would that happen? And then I'm having a Q-tip up my nose and shit when there isn't even a such thing as fucking COVID. Oh yeah, of course you're gonna be fucking killed. You're completely out of your minds, fucking insane. I explained the whole thing. That's the most God would allow you folks to do. Because I explained it. I'm naked and nothing but a fucking Johnny and some dude who's not even a doctor. What if I resisted him from doing that? He wouldn't climb on top of a fucking uh, hospital bed with me naked, pretending he's got to put a fucking face mask on my face? Why? That's what the nurse said. She's in a room by herself that's all closed off in glass. Why would she need a face mask on? She knew you people were fucking insane. Yeah, she did. She probably doesn't even fucking work anymore after that. I mean, sometimes at first you don't do anything because you just like there's no like what the fuck is going on? Does this have some purpose of what we're doing here? That's exactly how she was talking. No, there wasn't any purpose to what they were doing. Hence all the nuclear material. I mean, at what point is enough enough? It wasn't as bad up at the courthouse, but it seemed like a person would have actually taken it that far. Like they literally will do just grotesque things until someone goes, the fuck is this? Absolutely. That I explained it to the nurse. I go, God is showing you how sick you people are. Right. Those are some sick fucking people. But also God showed you what would happen here because you're a fucking female too, and you don't look disgustingly obese. So you're fucking next. Where they make up a reason they've got to be fucking on top of you when you're in nothing but a fucking Johnny. Okay? Just people get sick. They can't be pretending they're fucking security guards at a hospital. Doesn't it seem like somebody would have some sort of psychological testing or some reason they have the authority to be doing this with a phone and a thing? Does it seem like that, Cat Fart? Isn't that what Ted Bundy did? Oh yeah. Remember I think it was a film. Wasn't it Jim Carrey? I don't think I saw it. Was he supposed to be the cable guy? I know you just go, oh yeah, last night on Pluto TV has 48 hours at nighttime. And it was I fell asleep. It was some thing. And those are not pretend. Those are like real. They're supposed to be. Where some dude was attacking, I don't think he was just raping him, he was murdering female real estate agents. Right. And there was like two of them that survived. And they had him on the show. And you just, yeah, like I understand that something just completely freaky like that, where you go, I don't think you really have a reason to be doing that. I felt like God told me too, like, don't try to resist anything these people do because they're fucking insane. Right. Like they would literally strap you to a fucking gurney and medicate you over a face mask and a Q-tip when there's no such fucking thing as coronavirus. I'm not in a grocery store. You picked me up off the fucking street. And that's your reaction to everything that's happened to me by 2021? Oh, yeah. You're criminally insane. Whoever started the whole business with the coronavirus probably had no idea that you people would get that fucking sick. They had no idea how mentally ill you people were, but they do now. Right, just I think I told you, they thought it was a fucking joke, like they were calling you all monkeys. That's why it was gloves and a face mask. It was like a psych evaluation. And then obviously they went, oh my God, these people are so fucking sick. A corona is a beer. There's no such thing as a coronavirus from Wuhan, China. I honestly feel that they know it's not real. And I explained why. Because they didn't inject themselves with bleach. Right. Oh, they're mentally insane, all right, but it's not in the way that you think. So those personas don't work on people anymore. Like just so you're aware of everything that's been going on with her? Okay. And you're gonna pretend everywhere she goes you don't know anything about her, who she is. Okay. Into the 14th year. But I mean then it was 2021 and it's normal, you know she's in that house. Okay, that was never, you didn't know that. And it's normal for some person to just storm into the house like that. And it's normal to park a train and block a walk path and then toot the horn. And okay. And were you doing that to other people? Were you supposed to be sectioning people to hospitals because they wouldn't put a face mask on? And then forcing them to have a Q-tip up their nose? Oh yeah, just what in the holy fuck? A mandate? A mandate? A mandate? Not a law. Nope. You're supposed to call the police and report that someone is in your store, not walking around the fuck outside. Someone's in your store without a face mask on because you're not law enforcement. And then the police come and issue a fine. Anyways, so you were put in some sort of a psychosis that revealed how sick you are, and then you were told to shut the fuck up about it, and you were all going to get vaccines. Okay, and then I imagine most of you pretended you were vaccinated, thus for proving again that you knew it wasn't a real virus. Okay. And then you started thinking that people with the face masks, then you tried to attack the people with the face masks. Yes, you did. So, anyways, I got to walk to the thing, but it can be shocking how mentally ill people are. But, well, they clearly never believed in the United States of America. They don't believe in civil liberties. They don't believe in basic human rights. They don't believe in equality. They believe in like human trafficking, like literally selling people. So, fear not the thermonuclear weapons, is what I'm just reiterating. If any at ever given time, people come out of the excuses they keep making up. Hopefully, most people have done that. Nobody, even quote unquote, your opposing forces, should be concerned about it. Especially when you're clearly in the military and you can't stop flipping out about a nearly 53-year-old woman's abdomen. You're not going to be doing too much mano fighting outside. So just keep dropping those bombs and you win.